We'd just like to remind you that today's broadcast of the Pearl Report is a repeat of last Monday's edition.
Good evening. Welcome to the Pearl Report. I'm Diana Lin. A country's road system can reveal its connectivity and its characteristics. With 250 million vehicles, China has become an auto society. But the relationship between man and motor is chaotic. In a three-part series, the Pearl Report examines Chinese road culture, planning and regulations, and how they reflect moral values. In episode 1, how do the Chinese cross the road? Wuhe Road, Longgang District, Shenzhen. At 7 a.m., people start off to work.
Crossing the road, Chinese style is to gather enough people. More people are naturally more daring. Together, cars have to make way for people.
Dongdaqiao Road, Chaoyang District, Beijing. It's past 5 p.m. People start leaving work.
Crossing the road Chinese style isn't arbitrary. The Chinese have always crossed roads like this.
One p.m. Fuzhou Road, Wangpu District in Shanghai.
It's related to people's quality. They have a weak sense of safety, and it will be hard to change that.
In 2013, a post on Weibo said, if you gather enough people, you can cross, regardless of traffic lights. This is jaywalking Chinese style. The statement resonated with netizens and was shared 100,000 times in a day. Crossing the road Chinese style, people not only ignore traffic lights, they spurn footbridges. Jaywalking Chinese style has no distinction in gender, age, background, or occupation. A central road divide merely invites hurdling Chinese style. A central road divide too high to be hurdled is no obstacle. Roads are not just for people to cross, but also to do transactions, receive goods, and board vehicles. Many pedestrians say they have objective reasons for crossing the road Chinese style.
I just follow a group of people and go. I see 3 people and I trail them. It isn't convenient. You can tell me to go here and there. The footbridge is too far. I'm helpless. I've no choice.
I think the road facilities aren't good. Sometimes you wait a long time for the red light to turn green. I think there are 2 sides to the problem.
Many people blame rampant jaywalking in China on the inferior quality and undisciplined habits of Chinese people. But some scholars say this is only a partial reflection.
Crossing the road Chinese style is actually a surface phenomenon. Many reasons are hidden behind it. A vital one is the existence of roads Chinese style. They are not suited to pedestrians or cause them much inconvenience.
Dai Jifang has overseen many road planning projects on the mainland. He helped edit a guideline for urban transport design due to be released at year's end. He says Chinese-style roads are sometimes designed and outfitted in an unreasonable and not user-friendly way. He cites the road where his office is located.
In 2005, I stood in a normal place for crossing the road, and I couldn't see the traffic lights on the other side, so I didn't know whether to proceed. I had to lean over to see that it was a red light and I couldn't cross. What was the problem? A street light pole blocked the light. If we just switch them around, it's fine. In 2014, at this same road junction, there aren't any blocked traffic lights. This is a subway transit point with a lot more foot traffic than before. Conservatively speaking, more than double the flow of people compared with 2005. So many people, yet they took away the traffic lights. Under such circumstance, how can you blame pedestrians for crossing the road Chinese style?
The past decade saw rapid expansion in mainland traffic, with the number of automobiles reaching 250 million. Urban roads are mainly designed for vehicle use at the expense of pedestrians' needs. Dai Jifang says as traffic increasingly clog up roads, authorities are focusing on extending lanes within limited road space for the efficient use of vehicles and crowding out sidewalks.
This is a provincial capital. This Chang'an Avenue is the most important road in the city. It has 7 lanes in one direction for automobiles and 14 lanes in total in both directions. But pedestrians and cyclists have to share a common space 2 to 3 meters wide, which is even narrower than a single vehicle lane. And the authorities will promote such roads in the whole province. See what a great inconvenience is imposed on pedestrians and cyclists, and yet you blame them for jaywalking. What nonsense.
How long does a pedestrian have to walk to reach a footbridge or zebra crossing? Dai Jifang says there's often an irrational distance between such road facilities.
Many Chinese cities focus on vehicle usage, so pedestrians often have to go 300 meters or more to get to a footbridge or zebra crossing in order to get to the other side of the road. Actually, this is very inconvenient. I want to cross, but there's no facility to help me. I have to make a long detour.
In China, especially in major cities, how long does it take for traffic lights to change? When compared with other countries, China's pedestrians are considered rather patient. Why is that? Stay with us. Welcome back to the Pearl Report. Chinese-style jaywalking is notorious, but sometimes the Chinese can be more patient than their European counterparts. So why can't the Chinese follow traffic regulations? Huaqiang Road north of Shenzhen, 4 p.m. on Thursday. Gather enough people and you cross the road regardless of traffic lights. Jaywalking Chinese style is ubiquitous on the mainland.
On China's urban roads, especially at large junctions, the long waits for red lights to change cause pedestrians to lose patience.
Li Keping researches the relationship between traffic signals and pedestrian mentality. He says crossing the road Chinese style is linked to the long waiting time for traffic lights to change. From 2008 to 2010, he studied the waiting times for pedestrians to cross roads in Shanghai and Hangzhou and found locals can endure 70 to 90 seconds.
The longer they have to wait, the more people run red lights. And the length is not linear. Initially, the number running a red light rises slowly. Then at a certain point, the rise grows quickly. The changing point is between 70 and 90 seconds. After 90 seconds, the number gains very rapidly. So we can deduce that 90 seconds is the maximum time most pedestrians can wait for a red light.
Our crew went to many mainland cities and found most red lights last longer than 90 seconds. Normally, pedestrians have to wait 1 to 2 minutes. At a junction in Beijing's Dongdaqiao Road, after 5:30 on a Thursday, the waiting time was 306 seconds. That's 5 minutes and 6 seconds. After a minute or so of the red light, jaywalking Chinese style becomes rampant. Li Keping has studied international data and found German pedestrians can wait for a traffic light for up to 60 seconds, while British patience is even shorter at 45 seconds. Comparably, the Chinese are considered a patient tribe for waiting 70 to 90 seconds. But it takes 1 to 2 minutes, sometimes even 5 minutes, for traffic lights to change in China. So Li Keping says it's normal for road traffic to become chaotic.
Under such circumstances, I think it'd be strange if there's no chaos. Chaos is very normal.
By international standards, pedestrians normally cross 1 meter of road in 1 second. If a road is 30 meters wide, the tail end of a green light should flash for 30 seconds. Li Keping says the short flashing time of green lights in China is another reason for jaywalking Chinese style. That is, the flashing time is too short for pedestrians to finish crossing the road.
Even if a pedestrian abides by the rules, he still can't finish crossing the whole road. He's in the middle when a red light comes on and he might be hit by a car. That's very dangerous.
Obviously, it's dangerous for pedestrians to cross the road when the light's red, but also when it's green. Li Keping says China's road traffic safety law allows drivers to turn right at a traffic red light for vehicles while paying attention to pedestrians. So at certain junctions, even if pedestrians are crossing the road on a green light, they might still be hit by a vehicle.
When it's a green light for pedestrians on north-southbound lanes, it's also a green light for vehicles to turn right here or left here. It's only a red light for this right turn. But our regulations stipulate vehicles can turn right on a red light. So, for pedestrians crossing the road from this direction, they might get hit by right-turning vehicles parallel to him or right-turning vehicles coming straight at him. Or left-turning vehicles on the other side of the road. So as he crosses the junction on a green light, he might get hit by vehicles from different directions. This is a problem of pedestrians not being safe crossing on a green light.
In the past year, many Chinese cities put a lot of resources into fighting jaywalking Chinese style. Shenzhen has new safety regulations to fine pedestrians 20 to 100 yuan for running red lights or making them assist traffic police for 30 minutes. The new measures saw initial success, but old habits die hard, especially at road junctions with no traffic police, only wardens. Traffic wardens are hired on contract to help supervise road traffic. They cannot enforce the law. They can only give verbal warnings to pedestrians who violate regulations. In fact, it's not easy even for the traffic police to punish violators. The media have reported incidents of people beating up the police, and even more who refuse to pay the fines.
行人啊，请走啊，就是你按缺口在行人等候区里面通过，好吧？不要从机动车道里面进入。
The Hangzhou government uses smart monitoring devices to clamp down on Chinese-style jaywalking, including awnings with electronic screens and audio alerts.
就是当红灯的时候，如果有自行车违反交通信号
If it's a red light and a cyclist violates the traffic signals and breaches the line,
会发现
the monitoring devices on the awnings will detect such behavior and the voice alert will say, "You've breached the line, please go back."
It
reminds people in traffic not to break the law.
Also, at some busy road junctions are installed violations monitors. If a pedestrian runs a red light, he'll be recorded by cameras at the zebra crossing and exposed on the screen, along with audio broadcasts of his violations.
以前也会碰到过，有些行人。
I've met shameless pedestrians who claim they didn't run a red light and ask if we have evidence. Now we have. We have these violations monitors, so we can produce the evidence.
中国人比较爱讲面子。
Chinese people really care about face, very concerned with their reputation. When their uncivilized behavior is exposed in public, they get very embarrassed. From moral and mental points of view, this will raise the quality of our civilization.
Many countries have their own rules and standards in the design of traffic lights. For instance, German traffic lights are calibrated for 60 seconds waiting time to jibe with citizens' patience level. Li Keping says the Chinese government should regulate the duration of traffic lights so pedestrians don't have to wait too long.
It's best to keep it under 70 seconds or between 70 and 90 seconds. That's reasonable and can reduce the incidence of pedestrians running traffic lights to a lower level.
Experts think a comprehensive rehaul of traffic planning is the best way to eliminate jaywalking Chinese style. The mindset of prioritizing vehicle usage in road design must be changed. For instance, the width of sidewalks should be determined by the flow of people instead of vehicles. The design and distance between road crossing facilities such as zebra crossings, footbridges and tunnels should be reasonable and user-friendly.
In past years, when the number of automobiles was rising rapidly, we did focus our energy more on cars. But over the years, the emphasis on cars has yielded many problems. We must find a balance here.
Well, thank you for watching our show. It will be re-aired on Tuesday and Saturday, as well as on tvb.com. Next week, pampered cars, a menace on the roads, driving Chinese style. Until then, from the Pearl Report team, good night, good luck, and good health.